It's Kentucky and Tennessee Saturday night at 9 o'clock on the SEC Network. That tip time important to note before we hear from Coach Cal here in just a moment. A coach says his guys have had a will to win this season. It's just slipped away at times throughout the year. Now, the last 3 times out, the Cats have been punched at some point, responded to each blow, and won. So will that be the case down south in front of another hostile road SEC crowd in Knoxville?
Will you battle and fight? Our teams historically would do that. Anytime you don't, you're losing because the other team's going to play. They're playing you. They're playing you. They're going to show up, and it's going to mean something, and they're going to have a little extra. But, you know, we had some film this morning. We're going to practice a little bit and then travel up there and have a meal and get ready for our midnight game.
Hey, you can tell Coach Cal not pleased that the Cats are tipping off in prime time. Again, it's a 9 o'clock tip, not midnight, as Cal just mentioned. Much more to come from Coach. Plus, we hear from Kevin Knox on getting out of that slump he was in. And Coach Cal and Tennessee's Rick Barnes consider each other friends and have been for a while now. The two will meet up tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on the SEC Network down in Knoxville at Thompson Bowling Arena. In the past, Cal said he hates playing friends. No one wins in that series. It's tough doing your job when it's to beat down a buddy like Barnes, but maybe there's a positive to playing friends. Maybe everyone kind of wins, sort of a silver lining deal.
The only thing is easier is if you do get dinged, I can walk up and seriously say I'm happy for you, and I am happy for him, and he knows it. There are other games that I just say, good job, and I'm not happy for you without saying it at all. You jagoff. That's my Pittsburgh coming out.
Coach Cal in rare form today. Tennessee sits at 9-4 and 0-2 in SEC play on the season. A rough start to league action after a promising start to the season in general for the Volunteers. UK expecting a big crowd and a big game atmosphere nonetheless. So what does UT head man Rick Barnes think about the primetime matchup tomorrow night at 9 on the SEC Network?
Kentucky's looking at this game as important as any game they played. If you're a competitor, you're going to look at every game like that. It doesn't matter 0-2, 2-0, 3-0, 0-3. You've got to understand that you normally get what you put into it, and but I think every game. That's what we've tried to teach these guys all year, starting with our non-league schedule. Every one of these games matter. If you don't believe me, wait until we get to March, and then we'll figure out what our body of work is.
Kevin Knox no longer working with the guards in practice. That coming from Coach Cal. The big man is now with the big men at the Joe Kraft Center. It's making him stronger, more physical, and seems to have certainly worked out at LSU, getting back to the early season form and get out of that funk he was in. 16 points, 11 rebounds, a nice showing for Knox down in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Cal challenged me not to focus on offense so much and focus on defense and rebounding, and I took the challenge in the first. First, I had 10 points, 8 rebounds, and almost had double-double. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing from now on, just focusing more on defense, focusing on rebounding, and getting other teammates involved. And like I said, the offense will come, and that's what happened against LSU.
When life on the road is not easy, the trip to Tennessee will be tougher than if it were at home at Rupp, with some Blue fans back at the Cats and cheering them on the whole game. The LSU outing was a great template for the team to work from moving forward on how things will be in conference play, and the Cats know it, but are also embracing it.
We was driving around the campus 2 days before. We didn't see not one person on campus. Then we get there on game day and it's sold out. So I think that's how Cal says it's going to be in Tennessee. So it would probably be crazy, to be honest. So I mean, I love road games. I love when we play against other teams and love the crowd and all that yelling. That's what I like to see. So it'll be another good test for us, and hopefully we can get there and fight through and win as a team.
I just know, like, they have a good crowd. The atmosphere is strong, but you know they also have a really good team. So you're battling against a good team there, and you gotta be able to compete and fight there. You know, every single rebound, every loose ball is gonna matter. Every free throw, everything's gonna matter in this game.